I'm going to do the countdown. We're going to put the countdown on now, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everybody. It's me, Roscoe, and welcome to another Kings of Anglia fan social, the show where the KOA Army share their thoughts on all things town. And today, I'm joined by two fine gentlemen on this lovely leap day. You maybe listen to this on a different day, as I was recording live on all platforms. It's February 29th, leap day. I'm joined by Liam and Matt, aka Bono. My friends, great to be joined by you. Let's go over to Liam, who is making his debut. We're popping his cherry on the KOA Fan Social. How are you, my friend?
Great to be here. Yeah, very well. Thank you, Ross. Happy Leap Day. Looking forward to this. Be gentle.
We will be, my friend. And I actually mentioned, I think, on the last week's podcast that KOA Fan Social is going to be moving to a Friday night. I didn't realise that I'm going to be travelling to Plymouth on Friday and also Cardiff next week on a Friday. So that's going to have to pause for the time being. But we will be moving to a Friday in the future. But we're back on a Thursday. Thanks for joining us. Bono, come in, my friend. You're a veteran of this podcast. Always good to see you. How's things?
Good, mate. Hello, Ross. Hello, Liam. Hello, the 3 million people that are now tuning in across the globe. Of course, Ipswich Town, global brand, thanks to X, Y minus plus divide or whatever the order is. I'm really, really well. Thank you. Bit of a hectic day, but I'm here. We're live. Don't say the words that might get us in trouble. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Liam, of course. My friend from Bermondsey, we met and we went to Millwall, and that was awesome. But I'm rubbish at these preamble things because I just go off on all sorts of tangents, and I'll start talking about orange juice or something soon. So back to you.
We had a time in Millwall. It was good. We saw some things.
Oh yes. So we did.
Scenic to the ground.
Yeah. Survived. I found out one of my colleagues at work lives on the estate that we walked through, and she was like, "You walked through where?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it was fine. There's no one around." It's like because everybody was lurking in the shadows. But there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm going to get the chat up. See if anybody's chatting. So I'm not being antisocial when I look at my phone.
That's okay. It's okay. Yeah, get involved, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, let us know where you're listening from. We've got a few already. Maddie, the Diamond Reader, is joining us. Great to see you, Maddie. Of course, Her Game 2 ambassador. Harvey Davis, Sweetback's Prince, is joining us as well. We've got Tom from Spain, España.
Viva España, eh?
Yeah,
Viva.
In Spain? Whereabouts in Spain, Tom? Let us know whereabouts. Hopefully somewhere I can pronounce, although most Spanish places are pretty easy, like Malaga, Madrid, Barcelona. Let us know. So yeah.
I'm getting told in the chat by my brothers, mate.
Chris! This is
unbelievable, Chris.
On his debut. But good to have you involved, Chris. Good to have you involved. But boys, you mentioned Millwall, and obviously we had a great game at the Den, a 4-0 win. And I want to start off with us sort of looking back at February as we go into March. And it's been a very good month in terms of results. A lot of wins. We started the month with a 3-2 defeat at Preston, so not a great start. But obviously that was just one of those games where first half we were rubbish. Second half, Kiefer Moore scored twice and we could have got a point, but we didn't. Then West Brom, 2-2 draw. So not a bad point against them. Definitely when we were, the results, it was a game, wasn't it? Then Millwall 4-0 win. Then Swansea, what a win in South Wales, a 2-1 win. Nathan Broadhead, Connor Chapman with the goals. Then the wild night at Portland Road on Tuesday against Rotherham, a 4-3 win. And of course, last weekend, a good 3-1 win against Birmingham City to round off the month to make it 4 straight wins, which was fantastic indeed. So Liam, as always on this podcast, always bring out the one-word review. What's your word to look back at February as a month for Town?
Solid. It's what I would go for overall. Do I give some spiel as to why, or do we want to just go straight over to Bono and then we can get into who's who?
No, expand it.
I feel like obviously, we lost at the start. We drew. We've had a bit of a wobble, which wasn't all that bad, really. It feels very reminiscent of last season. But to end the month with 4 wins and some of the manner of the wins, like the Rotherham one in particular, which we tried our best to throw it away, but to still come out with 3 points there, I feel solid is good. Reflects where we are, and we're a bit more back on track, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. Bono, my friend, apparently we had the pre or after Christmas blip, but it's been a very good month in February. Obviously, the new January signing sort of bedded in as well. What's your one word? And Charlie Centerfield has said fantastic. What is your one word?
Positive. That's all. I usually need more than one word to describe a kind of scenario or a situation, but yeah, positive. Because yeah, like you said, we had that blip after Christmas. We kind of saw a few things and read a few things about how our world was falling, kind of like tumbling down. But let's not panic. Trust the process, which I both love and hate, because I think it can be overused. But I think some of the manner of the victories was very, very encouraging. And yeah, we had players out. I think we had some bans as well, didn't we? And yeah, I mean, February it was good because those January signings were kind of bedded in. Obviously, Big Chief Akifa kind of came in and has hit the ground running. I don't think we've changed our style of play tremendously from what we were before. I know there's a lot of people worried that we kind of lose our ethos and kind of lump it long, but with the players and the team and the system that we play, that I just don't think that would work. Personally, I've always got a few concerns about how we play, but we can obviously skip that until a more pertinent time. So yeah.
I like that. Fantastic, solid, and positive. Good words, boys. Let's segue though onto different awards that get chucked out. And Liam, Goal of the Month, Player of the Month. Player of the Month is the next one. Amari Hutchinson has won the official club one in terms of fans voting. Obviously, he's had a fantastic month. Where are you going with it? Are you going to go with Amari as well?
I would say, yeah. I think Amari gets it, edges it. But I think we've got Brody and Kiefer Moore as 2 honourable mentions alongside that. Brody's obviously come back into form. He's not really been that off it. I think you can see where he's been overthinking things. He's been in his own head where he's when he's playing instinctively and naturally, he'll shoot, he'll pass, he influences games, and he obviously had a bit of a wobble, but he's back to his brilliant best this month. And Kiefer Moore obviously just for, I guess, coming in and establishing himself a bit, making the role his own, making the impact, scoring the goals. I think he's obviously a different player to George Hurst, but similar in that he's allowed us to play in the style that we usually would, having the big man up top. Really appreciate how good George Hurst's touch is with Keith. Obviously, Keith is great, but Hursty just makes the ball stick to him. But yeah, so I think for me, Amari obviously edges it because he's been the difference, really, hasn't he? He's assisted, he's scored goals. Amari Clutchinson is the best phrase I think I've ever heard. If there's a phrase of the month, that's getting it. Yeah. Kieran, I think, gets the shout out for that. So yeah, Amari's the boy for me.
Yeah, I like that. And there's been 5 different players now as one player of the month, which is good to see. So it's getting spread out. So yeah, of course, Morsey won August. Vaz won back-to-back months in September and October. Then Leaf won it in November. Sam Morsey then won it in December. Then the Fridge coming back into the team, won it in Jan. And then Amari Hutchinson in February. Matt, who are you going with? And any other names you want to check out who sort of stood out for you?
In terms of player of the month, I think there's a little bit of recency bias, which is a phrase that I've learned from Stu, the Dr. Watson. What was his boxing name from today? His darts name?
The
His dad's
doctor,
name?
obviously. The doctor.
The doctor. Yeah.
Voltage.
Well, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think there's a bit of recency bias with Amari Clutchinson. Again, great kind of phraseology with that one. Because he's come off the bench a lot, hasn't he? How many games did he start in Feb? What did he start? One?
I think he must have started one, maybe. Let me continue talking. I'll find the stats.
Yeah. I think in terms of player of the month, we haven't really had that many standout characters, have we, or players rather? And I think that's kind of a sign of how good the actual team is itself. We're not reliant on one person. I think we have a really, really decent spread of ability and kind of contribution to the team. Whereas potentially last year, we were having some players that were kind of head and shoulders above, the rest of the team. But yeah, I mean, Wes Burns has come back into form, hasn't he, recently? I wouldn't say he had a wobble, but I do think some fans, where I read opinions,
cut his hair. That's why.
Is it? And I'm growing my hair in tribute to Wes Burns, and he goes and gets a Dumb and Dumber haircut. Wes, no offense, and Wes's dad, if you're watching, sorry, David, I don't know what sorry is in Welsh. I will learn it because obviously I've learned about my own Welsh heritage lately. Yeah, we've just got a good team, haven't we? We don't need a team of superstars. We just need people that work hard, play well, give it their all, bit of badge kissing, bit of really cool goal celebrations, and a bit of humility. That's what I want to see from my Ipswich Town team. But yeah,
I mean, Amari's got it wrapped up for the celebration front. I think you make a good point in terms of like minutes played and coming off the bench. And I was reading some things where people were basically saying to that, like, how good is he? There's all the talk about the assists and the goals, but he's not starting. And it made me think it's not really how we work as a team, is it? As a squad, it's not about you're in the starting 11 or you're not cutting it. It's about the impact you make with the minutes you've got. And obviously, I think, did he start Millwall? I think he started at Millwall.
Looked at the stats. Millwall and Swansea started, so 2 starts in Feb.
But then he's been off the bench, and I guess it's making an impact with the time you've got, and then incredible backflips. So
I like this newfangled thing. I mean, a lot of people. Kind of somebody remarked, how can somebody as liberal and kind of progressively thinking as you, Matt / Bono, be so conservative in terms of some of your other views in terms of traditional kit colours, etc., etc. But I really like starters and finishers. Starters and finishers, because we got a 9-man bench.
Yeah.
9, and to use 5 of it, so you got a squad of 20. Plus your 21st man, brackets 12th man in cricket terminology. And I just think we are so fit. Cue Ben Diaf to make a dirty joke. We're so fit that some teams like Millwall, they were on their arses, for want of a better terminology. And we literally look, not literally, because it's not written down. We actually look like we can play for another 90 minutes. I think obviously the only time where that doesn't count is Rotherham. But you're not going to be perfect for 46 games, and we've had 6 games this month. It's been really, really busy. And when K-Dog, Kieran McKenna, K-Mac has kind of spoken about the schedules. Interesting that he had an 8-day week, didn't he, a couple of weeks ago when he was talking at the press conference with Stu. He picked up on you're literally traveling to a game, playing it, getting back, doing half a morning session, then you're traveling to the other end of the country, doing a morning of the game, doing that, coming back, having half a day or a day and a half training, whatever. So yeah, I do like it when Kieran talks about like what a full week on the training pitch. That's not a very good Northern Irish accent.
He's not that deep, is he? He's not that Northern Irish.
No. My neighbours from Northern Ireland, they'll was I 10,000, 10,000. So yeah. Anyway, I'll stop talking now. Let somebody else have a say for once.
I like it. I don't mind it. Shout out to Callie also listening. Progressive. That's what he went for, the one word. And Nicola Spencer. Hi Roscoe. Love your game day vlogs. Thank you very much. It's I've had Liam and Bono involved in previous episodes and stuff like that. So if you want to get involved in future game days, ladies and gentlemen, just hit me up. after the game. I'm normally outside Portland Road, near the club shop, and then away games, I'm outside the ground, near the away end as well. So yeah, big up for that. Andy, evening chaps, good to see you. Andy Crackers Cracknell, love that. Great to have you on. And we're going to segue now, boys, on the goal of the month. Nathan Broadhead has won it for the fans' vote. He's got against Swansea, which was a nice little chip. But your choice, boys. What's your contender? What's your winner? 17 goals to choose. It's a lot of goals. Liam, what are you going for?
I mean, the Broady chip was lovely. An understated chip, wasn't it? I don't really know how it quite wriggled in. I've got two that I can't really decide on because the Broady's one in terms of technique and finish was wonderful. Amari Hutchinson, obviously in terms of impact and importance for the winner against Rotherham, which is very similar to his goal against West Brom. Just composed and then absolutely rifles it in. So I can't decide, to be honest. They're both great. One's technique, one's broader importance. So it's a coin toss from those two for me, being the politician sitting on the fence there.
That's fine. You're allowed that. I don't mind that. I don't know why. I know it's only a penalty, but I just loved Ali Al-Hamadi's penalty because of obviously it made it 4-0. Obviously his first goal for the club in front of the away end. Obviously he celebrated it like he would, kissing the badge, knee slide and all that stuff, which is great. But yeah, Bono, what's your choice of goal of the month?
So if we look at the top three, it was Broady's sublime chip, as Liam said. Deft, wasn't it? It was a deft chip. Chaplin's instinctive finish against Birmingham. Not sure. And Amari's winner against Rotherham. I liked Sarmiento's at the weekend. How are you? Where are you at with his name, Ross?
Yeah, Jeremy Sarmiento. Boom.
Hey, see.
Yeah. It wasn't even that difficult. I just don't know why. I was just making it hard for myself. I think it got on my head. It just got on my head, and everyone was just making me, slip up on it. So, but I've got it now, boys. It's all good.
That's good. That's good. I really liked the play for that. I mean, Axel, I think, put in the best awkward right back. And this is coming from a former awkward right back myself back in the day when I was thin and interesting. He put in the best awkward right back performance I think I've ever seen because he's like Forrest Gump when he starts running. Nobody wants to get in his way and he just kind of bundles through and it's like crap. He's going to pass it and there you go. It's gone to Clutchmeister Hutchinson and old Jezza has stuck it in. But yeah, I think Broadhead in terms of kind of like just pure. I mean, can I share one of my pet peeves? When you see like a goal that's not in the Premier League, i.e. Championship down, or if that was Barcelona, or if that was Tottenham or Chelsea, that would have gone viral by now. Well, no, it wouldn't have done because 10 billion people aren't interested in Ipswich, but it was a bloody good goal. And how many decent goals have we seen in the game changer era of Ipswich Town? Shout out Mark Detmer if you're watching, and et al. So yeah, but yeah, we are spoiled because I show these. So I work with a guy that goes to see Ebbsfleet quite a lot, and I work with some Spurs fans, Brighton fans, etc. down in London, and I show them our goals, and they're like, "Bloody hell, if your season ticket's only 30 quid a month," and I'm like, "I know, right? You can't even buy 20 minutes of football at West Ham for that." But yeah, there you go, loving it.
The old
Carol.
So I was just going to say that, I mean, the West Burns Trevelo against Coventry is obviously going to should win the best goal in the world of the season
ever.
Yeah. Did you see? The whole City
the own goal.
The own goal has been was given as an own goal and then has since been changed to be Philogene goal, despite it not being on target. What's going on there?
I know.
Outraged.
I mean, it's a good goal, and if somebody scored that for the mighty Super Blues, yeah, if somebody scored that for us, you'd be jumping out your seat saying, "What a goal!" But Wes Burns is like, the premier elixir of goals, and that was a decent mid-range champagne level, wasn't it? So, yeah, there you go.
And you talk about viral goals. Obviously, Wes Burns' goal did go viral, and obviously, I got talked about for a very long time. And then it's funny though. People just move on from it very quickly, don't they? Just like obviously we're talking about it now, but they just move on from that. Obviously, another goal gets scored, and it's like, oh, what a goal that is! That's another goal of the season contender. But yeah, I think I
feel like with Jurgen Klopp talking, name dropping all the relegated three. We get a brief mention about how he's not seen us. It's like, surely you've seen that goal. Come on, Jurgen.
Yeah. And the chat that he did have was heavily edited. So the brief bit, Ipswich Town as well. I've not seen them, but I hear they're pretty good. That gets edited out. So there's there's all of us that do contribute to the cesspit that is Twitter/X, kind of doing what all the Plymouth fans were doing last season. And go, what about Ipswich? What about Ipswich? Leeds? What about Ipswich? And it's like, oh. There you go. Protect it. Well, yeah, I try not to bite because I'm trying to protect my peace, but Jesus. There you go.
but no, a good month of February, boys. Any other business you want to talk about going back to February before we have a nice little break to go on to the strike? Anything else you want to mention from the month? It's, as I said, just a good month after, that Preston defeat. We all thought, we're going to be able to, bounce back from that, and we did, obviously, with some really good wins at Portland Road and good away wins. I think the game against Millwall was probably the big statement win, weren't it, in terms of getting a really big win. Got a clean sheet as well. I think that's the only.
Could have been more.
Yeah,
couldn't it? Could have been more. I think we people talk about this, the kind of, we had a bit of a dodgy start. Well, not really. They're the home side. They're going to attack us. They never. And obviously, matey boy from Millwall's gone, and Neil Harris, who I see at Liverpool Street on a weekly basis on my commutes, see him all the time. He's taken over, but they were never going to. Hello, Dave Bergin. I'm very well, thanks for asking. How are you? If you can reply, that would be great. What did you ask for us? I've distracted myself with just like a record.
Talking about
any other
more goals?
Any other business from February?
It could have been more. Yeah, it could have been more, but we're quite humble. We're never gonna beat anybody more than 6-0, are we? I don't think Kieran McKenna's that sort of bloke. He's like, no, come on, keep it to 6.
That's enough. They're already dead. My personal record at Millwall: 2 games, 8 goals for, 3 goals against. So I've seen Town score 4 goals on 2 occasions at the Den.
Millwall wasn't as edgy as I expected it to be. Really, I was a little bit scared. I left all my club colours in my locker at work. I'm not wearing a scarf. Oh no! And then walk from Canada Water, and it's no worse than Thetford.
No,
no offence, charming town. So yeah,
that's all right. They'd all left at half time anyway. It was quiet, wasn't it? Leaving was quiet. So
it was. Bless them.
But no, a good month, boys. I think February we'll look back on, that's a good month in terms of points, totals and stuff like that. And obviously we're now going into March, which is mad to think. Just in the world in general, we're now into March 2024, which is just...
March Madness.
March Madness. Pretty much. Well, have a little pause here now, boys, then. Do a bit of a strike. Of course, it's always good to see who good with their town knowledge. Going head-to-head, it's Liam versus Bono. I think this is probably your first ever strike, Liam. So an opportunity... you to potentially get a win maybe on the board. But Bono has been a veteran of this. He's done it many, many times. Let's see how he gets on. I've got 5 questions plus a tiebreaker. Get involved in the comments. Let us know how you're getting involved. And we've got 3 first questions are on leap year birthdays. So every 4 years, they can celebrate their birthdays. I'm going to start with a man who played 1 game for Town, Mike Pullett, who his 1 game was against Norwich, and it was a 3-1 win. So not a bad way to make your only Town appearance to get a win. And now he's currently a goalkeeping coach at which championship side? Was it Blackburn, Preston, or Rotherham? Boys.
I've read this recently, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I was going to do his squad number, but then I realised the story I put out today, the picture basically visually shows his squad number, which is 40. So I went, well, I don't know, maybe you guys may not read that piece, but it's just in case. But yeah, Mike Pullett, current goalkeeping coach, which championship side, Blackburn, Preston, or Rotherham? What do you reckon?
I'm guessing.
Fine.
We showing?
Yeah, let's show.
Blackburn, PNE. It is Preston North End. So Bono gets the first point. Going into question 2. David and Andy in the comments went Preston as well. So they get the point as well.
They gave me the answer.
I know, I saw that. I was
I've not looked. I will close my.
No, look in the comments during this bit. But yes, question 2 is on Darren Ambrose. And how many goals did he score? I've just realised I put the answer in the question, so I'm just going to remove that for a second.
Classic Ross.
Question 2 is how many goals did Darren Ambrose score during his 3 separate spells at Portman Road? He played 55 games in total, which doesn't sound much, really, with 3 spells.
55?
Only 55 games.
He's very short in real life, Darren Ambrose. I accosted him on the Jubilee line just after lockdown. And I was like, all right, Darren, I saw Ipswich. And he was like,
55 games.
55 games for an
spells. Yeah, obviously, he made more appearances in his first spell, and then he came on loan briefly, and then he came on a permanent deal under Mick McCarthy. He actually scored 1 goal. I'm just going to give that away now against Southampton. Remember when we deft header to take us into a replay? We've got a few answers in the chat.
Scored a lovely goal for Crystal Palace at Manchester United, didn't he?
Cracker, absolute cracker.
Beauty.
Actually, get the answers up. Actually,
I know.
Boys. What are you going for?
12.
17. So David's gone 12 as well in the chat. Steve's gone 11 and Andy has gone 9. And the correct answer, and if you get it bang on, boys, you get double the points. And someone in this room has got it bang on, and they do get double the points. And that man is Liam. He's made it 2-1. It is 12
He's
goals.
back, baby.
And David as well. David in the chat went 12.
He's taken the lead. It's 2-1.
Ooh. Going to question 3.
You celebrate you celebrate other people's achievements as if they were your own.
Getting his head.
Yeah.
Question 3 is on. I was about to say where he's from. I was actually about to say he is a Suffolk striker, but I won't say that because it gives away the answer for this question. Nicholas Gudmundsson, yes, was born in which country? Was it Finland, Norway, or Sweden? Was on loan from Blackburn back in the 90s. Scored 3 goals in 10 games, if you're asking. So not a bad little spell.
Is he Nick? Oh, I was going to ask how his first name's spelt, but you've written it.
It's right there. Yeah, it's spelled with
changing.
No C, just with Niklas. Yeah.
Did anybody see that I was vindicated by our man in Rio, Tim Vickery, last week before we played Swansea? Did anybody see that? In my opinion, that's a kind of a big deal. But anyway, that's enough about me. Back to Nicholas Gudmundsson.
In the chat, people have gone Finland, Norway, and Finland as well. What do you reckon, boys?
I went for Norway and then I changed it to Sweden.
And you were right to change it to Sweden because it is Sweden. So it is 3-2. Bono also got Sweden there. In the chat, though, boys, you got it wrong. But good effort.
Disappointing.
That's fine. Question 4 is on a man who celebrated his birthday yesterday, and that is Panucci Kamara, who, of course, on loan at Charlton, which recently came back from injury. Actually made his first start since October on Tuesday night, which was good to see for Panucci. And,
they had a good win, didn't they, Charlton?
Yeah, they beat Derby. Yeah, first win since November. So they had a tough few months, really. I think it's probably because of Panucci's been away. But since he's come in,
they're wearing a lovely black kit with a purple and green sash. It was a kit crime. However, it was a lovely kit. So if you're going to go down for such things, you may as well do it looking good, right?
Yeah, but no, it was good. But going on to Panucci, what squad number did he have last season? I don't think he got one this year. Was it 18, 28, or 32? Yeah, I don't think he got one this year because he played in pre-season. Then he went out on loan, obviously, to Charlton. But last year.
Did we see him at Needham? Was he at Needham against Maidenhead United?
I know he played at Felix, though.
Were you there moment?
Did he play at Needham Market? I'm going to quickly find it. I know he definitely played, as I said, at Felixstowe, because that was when I was like saying to Stu after the game, when he's going to have a part of play in this team. He's going to be like a thingman. And then he got loaned out a few months later or a few weeks later. So I was like, okay, maybe not. No, he didn't. He didn't play at Maidenhead. Just the
prospect,
one game,
not the profit.
Yeah.
Exactly. He did score though against Felixstowe. There's Felixstowe. But yeah, squad number then, boys. What do you reckon? Let's get in the chat. Let's see what they're saying. 32, 32, 28, 28, 32. And the correct answer is 28, boys. There we go. 4-3. Going into the final question.
I'm running him close.
This is got to be the one. You've got to get bang on, my friend. Actually, you could actually potentially take the lead and actually win it, because this is if you get a bang on question, and it's on Bam Bam himself, Richard Naylor, who celebrated his birthday yesterday as well. I think he actually celebrated a landmark birthday. If I was no, he didn't. No,
30, Ross. Was it 30?
47 actually.
That's not a landmark.
No, I don't know who. I think it was Nicholas. Or no, Mike Pullett, I think, was turning 50. I think that was the big landmark one. But how many goals did Richard Naylor score for Town in 374 games? Obviously, he was defence up front during his Town career. But yeah, in a way, Liam, you just got to. Well, if you just get a point, mate, you win. So, but if Bono gets a bang on, then fair play to the lad. And
if Bono gets a bang on, he deserves to win. Like.
True.
I don't think I've been called a lad for a very long time, but I can be your lad.
It's fine. It's cool.
I know it's an achievement for somebody to be your boy, Ross. How is Gwion Edwards anyway? Have you heard from him lately?
He's at Morecambe. He's let me see if he's playing actually. Let's see if Gwion is playing.
I'm looking forward in 5 years' time to Ross meets.
Yeah, maybe one day. I definitely would be up for catching up with good old Gwion. He turned 20. Yeah, his birthday tomorrow, by the way.
Happy birthday.
There he is.
Gwion Brian Edwards.
Would have been today last year.
It would have been. It would have been. That would have been the question for the podcast today. Oh
man. Is this the first ever leap year day KOA fan social?
Yeah, it is. First ever leap day, strike as well. So breaking news. Breaking.
See you in 4 years, lads.
Yes, 4 years. AD's gone 32. Steve's got 78. 16 from David. 35 from Andy Crackers Cracknell. So, Liam, let us know yours, and Bono, we can sort of suspense that as long as possible. What do you reckon, though, Liam?
80 for Bam Bam, baby.
80, okay.
Oh, I think I've gone too low. Oh, no, but here we go.
No.
41. 41.
Oh my God!
What?
You are so close. You are so damn close. Maybe we should just give it to him, Liam, because it's 40.
Oh,
40 goals in all competitions.
Hey,
no.
Like dubious goals panel, do we? Do you want to get down that route?
No, because yeah, exactly. And do you remember we had a KOA strike a few years ago, Ross, and I won one, and then somebody was like, actually, Bono, you didn't get that right, so you shouldn't have gone through. Sorry.
Well, as always,
it's a 4-4. This is a Charlton. This is a 97th minute.
Oh yeah, it is
crumbling.
What am I talking about?
It's 4-4.
So we do have the tiebreaker to find out who wins it. Obviously, it is who gets it bang on. But yeah, shout out to Andy, who was and AD as well. They were close-ish. With 32, no, was maybe
I thought
question was on
that's a phenomenal guess.
I thought you were gonna give a shout out to Richard Naylor. shout out to Richard Naylor.
Shout out to Bam Bam Richard Naylor. I love that.
Where is he now? He's a coach at
Academy head of Academy at Hull City.
That's got to be grim up there. Do you know what I mean? I've been.
He's a Yorkshireman. He's a Yorkshireman now, isn't he? I think. He's from Leeds.
Yeah, but Hull is the East Riding. It's kind of technically Lincolnshire. I
doubt he lives in Hull, though, does he? I bet he doesn't live in Hull.
Can you find out and come back to me where he lives?
Yes.
I'll find out.
Find out. But the final question is on another man who celebrated his birthday yesterday, and that is Aaron Lee Barrett, the goalie, Ipswich boy as well.
Oh.
I
thought he was Welsh.
No, I don't think so.
Mind you, a lot of the Welsh team aren't Welsh, are they?
Yeah.
No offence, Harvey, Welsh Mark, Kieran Newbury. Wes Burns' dad, Andy Legg, sorry, and my Welsh nan, God rest her soul. Yeah.
Let's bring up the question anyway, and of course, got to get bang on.
It's going to be about Andy Legg, isn't it?
No, it's about Aaron Lee Barrett.
Oh, sorry, he did say. Yeah. Who's not Welsh?
No, he's not. He's not Welsh. He's from Ipswich, and I think he still lives in Ipswich actually. But anyway, and he's a big muscle man now. I think he's really into his like muscles. But yes. Let's if you course
you're so Alan Partridge tonight.
Let's bring up the question. How many clean sheets did Aaron Lee Barrett keep?
None. He was rubbish. No, I'm only joking, Aaron.
If that's your answer, then but yeah, of course, whoever's closest does win the strike this week. 42 games in total.
Was he like 2009 era Ipswich?
Yes, 2009 to 2013. So under Roy Keane.
That's when we were looking at. That's it. Ooh.
I think he played more of his games under Paul Jewell. Yeah, 20 games under Paul Jewell, I think, and then he played. Yeah, he played a few times under Roy Keane, but mainly his main season was 2011-12. It's where he made his 18 appearances. And obviously that season we were, rubbish. 15th in the championship. But what do you reckon then, boys? 42 games. Let's get in the chat. Let's see what people are saying. 4, 5. Andy's gone 15, which Steve's gone 2.
Come on, Andy.
Practice my name. Did you say 35 to start with? He's got.
Oh, no, I think that's the other question. That was the other question, I think. But yeah, what do you reckon then, boys? Of course, whoever gets closest does win, as I say.
I think I've under-egged it, but we looked at it very
5 and 6.
I'm going to put a line. I'm going to put a line underneath the 6, like you get on Uno cards.
Nice.
I like that. And Andy actually went. I meant 5. I don't think he meant it to add that one. And someone actually in the chat has got it right. And I'm going to bring up that correct answer, and that correct answer is this from Charlie. It is Charlie. 10. He actually got 10. So Bono,
nice one, Charlie.
Has 1 because you were the closest. So my friend, you have won another strike.
I thought it was bang on wins. You're changing the rules again, Ross. This is nonsense.
I've got another question.
No, you're right.
But good effort though, Liam. Your first attempt, you went to the dying end, but Bono has snatched a win from your grasp. So Bono,
I'll be honest, it went better than I thought from the first question. I was like, this is going to be an absolute disaster. So very happy to take it to a tie break.
Yeah, I like it. Good head to head there, Bono. Thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody. Colorado Rockies. Tip my hat to them. My hat for them. And great to see everybody again. See you all next week, or not. Man, it's good. It feels more like a draw, to be honest, doesn't it? That was really good fun. I like that.
Yeah.
We should do like an hour-long strike.
Well, maybe one day, if people want to see it, we could do a massive live strike and get everyone involved. Maybe at the end of season we could do a massive one. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see what I can do and get some really good questions. Maybe we can do one day. I'd love to do like an in-person live. Maybe go to find a pub, Greyhound or somewhere.
Let's do it.
Film it.
Gold jacket on.
Gold jacket. Boom.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what. Let's speak to Mark. We'll speak to Mark and Marcus at the club, and we'll book the Sir Bobby Robson Lounge. And we'll get free drinks for everybody that the Game Changer boys can pay for. Obviously, non-alcoholic options must be available for drivers and other people. And let's do that. And you can have Ross, as like Alex actually, because he's new, as like a roving reporter. You know, they do it with Seb, the young lad. It's like Seb, can you go to the back of the room, please? Get you doing that, like a mic on a boom mic, like that.
Now watch the space. We shall see what we can do. So there we go. Let's talk then about March then, boys. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in the month of March. And I want your predictions for that. Obviously, that's the title of this podcast, predictions for March fixtures. I'm going to bring them up. We've got some big away games. Of course, starting with Plymouth. We'll get onto that later to do a bigger preview on that. That's first up. Then Bristol City at home on a Tuesday night. Then Cardiff away, so another long trip there. And Sheffield Wednesday at home before the international break. And of course, we've got the international break. And then we've got Blackburn away on Good Friday. And obviously, we found out we're going to be on Sky once again. That's now changed to a 5:30 kickoff. The Southampton game's been changed to a 5:30 kickoff. I think I'm going to get the stat up in a bit, but how many games we've had on Sky? There is a stat somewhere. I'll find it. But let's start with your predictions, boys. We've got 15 points up for grabs. Get involved in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know how many do you reckon Town can get. I think Charlie actually started the podcast. He actually did all his results. I'll try to find them. But yours, first of all, Liam, what's your prediction for each of these 5 games?
Oh, man. I'd love it to be 15 points. I think it's probably going to be 12. I feel like Plymouth always find a way to beat us. So I'm going to go with... No, I'm going to be positive. Screw it. Let's do it. It's going to be 3-1 Town at Plymouth away. Then we're going to rumble into Bristol City at home. And we're going to make that another 3-1 win. Cardiff away, 3-2. Wednesday at home, 5-1. Oh, it's the same margin though. Blackburn away, 2-1. We're going to win all the games. It's going to be 15 points. We're going to win the league.
Up the Town.
Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Yeah,
see you next season.
Yeah.
See you next season. Let's quickly bring up. So Charlie's gone 3-2. So goals win there. 3-1 against Bristol City. 3-2, by the way, against Plymouth. Then for the listeners, 2-1 against Cardiff. 3-1 against Sheffield Wednesday, and 2-1 against Blackburn. So he's gone 15 out of 15.
Where's your Charlie? Where's your faith in the defence? No clean sheets. Come on. Oh no.
Yeah, a lot of people though. Maddie, good old Maddie's gone. We're gonna get 15 from 15. Mark my words. Andy's gone win, draw, win, win, draw. So that is a win against Plymouth, a draw against Bristol City, a win against Cardiff, a win against Sheffield Wednesday, and a draw against Blackburn at Ewood Park. Charlie's gone 15, as we already mentioned. David's gone 16 games this season on Sky. So thanks, David, for that stat. There we go. I was about to find that.
Really? 16 games? What? No.
Yeah, madness. Let me bring him up, actually.
And we still get Don Goodman.
I know. Yeah, 16 in total. So Rotherham, Sunderland at home, away, to start the season. Rotherham away, West Brom away, Millwall at home, Watford away, Norwich at home, Leeds away, Leicester at home, Sunderland at home, Leicester away, West Brom at home, Millwall away, and obviously the next 2 games. Bristol City's game is on Sky as well. And of course Cardiff's on Sky. So coming up. So Ipswich Town Sky, pretty much in it.
They love us.
They do. Charlie's response to you, Bono, by the way, so I get yours. He's got Ipswich don't do clean sheets, which is true. We only got 1 clean sheet in the month of February, so I'd like to see some more clean sheets, but we shall see. But Bono, what's your predictions, your score ones as well for the month for March in terms of fixtures? Some very interesting ties here.
You want scores as well?
Yes, why not?
Okay. 2-1 against Plymouth. We're going to beat Bristol. Bristol City were really good against Southampton, but they were at home, and Southampton, who had Will Smallbone playing in central defensive midfielder. He does have a funny name.
Don't know why after that.
We'll beat them 1-0. Will Smallbone, come on, you got to laugh. Cardiff away, I reckon we'll draw that one. Sheffield Weds, oh man, we're going to give them a damn good thrashing, 4-0. And Blackburn, I think we'll lose at Blackburn. I think we'll lose 1-0, and it'll be like, oh my God, we lost.
Wheels are falling off.
Yeah. So what was Haladki in goal? Bring back Fridge, and other ridiculous, all opinions are valid, but they're not all equal, remember, folks. So what did I say? I think 10 points. Yeah, 10 points. 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 unfortunate loss. It's the Southampton, Norwich, Watford, Millwall block of games. Yes,
I agree with
Not so crackers now, are you, Cracknell? Eh? Andy Jacobs, crackers, Cracknell. Yeah.
Other crackers available.
Yeah, that's true.
It probably doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, probably.
Did you know at Christmas there was a shortage of crackers? Did anybody else struggle to get crackers? Yeah, there was. Yeah, we had to settle for rice cakes. Maybe it was like a mid-Suffolk / Gipping Valley thing.
So what? I was listening, Bono, but what is your?
No, you weren't. 10
points.
10 points. 10 points. Which you know what? I mean, I'm an eternal optimist, but I try to be realistic. I know what this Town team are like. 1 minute they're brilliant, and then the next minute, I mean, who did anybody predict we would nearly get beaten by Rotherham, play absolutely awfully for 60% of the game, and be dead on our asses at the end? No. Everybody I know was like 4-0, 5-0. We're going to break the scoring record, etc., which is fine because we are that good. It makes us think like that. It's not like we're plucking opinions out of like the atmosphere. The rate Leeds are going to, yeah, that's true. Charlie.
Then Leicester are coming in now, though, aren't they? Yeah, that's a good comment from Charlie. You know, Leeds are unbelievable form. Southampton have got their little blip, haven't they? They may come back in form as well. But Leicester, they're getting involved in this now. This top two battle. At first, they were running away with the title, but now they've been dragged into it. That's another little discussion we can have here, boys. How are you feeling about it?
Still all to play for, isn't it? I think Leicester. Well, Leeds are always up for a big game. And the Leicester-Leeds game highlighted the issue with with Leicester really, that they don't take their chances. They tail off at the end of the game, and as soon as Leeds got the equaliser, it was like, well, they're going to win this, aren't they? Didn't think it'd be 3-1, but did think they were going to win. They're relentless. So I feel Southampton have possibly peaked at the wrong time, but I don't think we can write them off, even though they're 5 points behind us. I think Leeds are possibly going to win the league, but I feel like, even though I said that we were going to win the league earlier, but I think we've got a chance of. I do think we've still got a good chance of the autos, but it's between us, Leeds and Leicester. But I agree with what Andy said. That block of games, Saints, Norwich, Watford, the Norwich game terrifies me, to be honest, because we've still got that hoodoo that we haven't shaken off. So I feel like that. I would hate it if that game was to prove significant in our autos or playoffs scenario. But hey, what a lovely chat to be having, Would have been happy with top 10. That would have been punching, but to even be here at this stage is phenomenal.
Remember this time last year, boys, we were in League One thinking we may not even get top 2 at this stage because of the drop off. Obviously, I think we just about started getting into that unbelievable winning run, but obviously we had the Bristol Rovers game on Valentine's night, which was dreadful, and then we went on that unbelievable winning run. But now, 1 year later, on a leap day, we're talking about top 2 and potentially going back to the Premier League. But we won't get too carried away, obviously. Andy's gone. Forget Leicester. They'll win the league easy. Not interested in them. But I don't know, Andy, they're coming into this now. But, we don't want to get too carried away. But, Bono, any more thoughts on that? David's here's gone. Saints, Leicester will drop more points, which they've still got to play each other, haven't they? There's a few teams who have still got to play big ones. Obviously, we've got a few big games, as Liam said. We've still got Norwich to play. And, of course, we've got to play Southampton on Easter Monday. But, yeah, some interesting
Saints
games
Leeds is the last game of the season, isn't it? They play each other, which could be huge potentially. So, yeah.
I think, did you already say that Leicester are playing Southampton, I think, in a few weeks' time, and that that game is going to have to be rearranged because Leicester are through to the next round of the Cup? I'm sure I read that. I'm probably wrong. I usually am. But I just looked at the results from last year. So in between the end of Feb and the beginning of March last year, we had just beaten Milton Keynes Football Club. I'm not going to call them their proper name. I refuse to. We'd beaten them 1-0 away. And that was a game, again, that we were like, oh, Milton Keynes away. We're taking more than them type thing. And then the first game of the weekend of March 2023, we beat Burton Albion 4-0. And that, I think that was kind of, that was the second game of that run, wasn't it? Look, I'm feeling positive. I agree absolutely with Liam that the top 2 is there to play for. Leicester kind of, they're playing well, but they're not as imperious as they were at the start of the season. Like Liam said, Southampton have maybe peaked. I think they've got quite a few injuries, and I mentioned Will Smallbone because A, yeah, he's got a funny name. B, I signed him on Football Manager on loan. I think he used to play for AC Milan or something like that. Anyway, that we can fact check that. Go on, Ross. Go on. Or he did on Football Manager anyway. They're playing him in defensive midfield, and he's getting ripped apart, and his stats are...
He had a loan spell at Stoke last season. That's all he's done. He's been at Southampton since.
Whatever. Has he? Okay, it must be in an alternate Bono universe that Will Smallbone played for AC Milan. Can't believe that's what Bono thought he played for AC Milan. Anyway, yeah, no, he's like got the worst defensive midfield stats of any midfielder in the Championship ever. It was like that bad, apparently. And yeah, but yeah, just seeing Russell Martin on TV last night, being all salty after their loss. Saints still have us, Hull and Leicester away. Dave Bergen, that's a damn good point, my friend. But yeah, I just want to see Russell Martin be a little bit salty because it was absolutely hilarious. The journalists that ask questions at the end of the game on TV, they're not presenters, they're not summarisers, they're not.
Reporters.
What are they? Reporters. The reporter who. She sounded lovely, was just asking him questions, and he went all like, and yeah, I thought, come on, mate. Anyway, another tangent from me.
That's fine. But nah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, and enjoy it. And obviously, it's the golden ticket to be at Portland Road away games. Obviously, we're selling out that, and obviously, we're heading to Plymouth this weekend, boys. A long trip to Home Park, Devon, lovely part of the world. Just so far, it's the Steve Waller's Derby, and of course, part of the KOA posse. I'll be meeting him down there. I can't wait to catch up with you, Steve. But
shout out, Steve.
Yeah, shout out, Steve. But you already asked said your predictions. Obviously, we've got some big news today from Kieran McKenna from the press conference, and it's some bad news on the injury front. Nathan Broadhead, Wes Burns, Connor Chaplin. Could be late fitness test for him, but yeah, Wes Burns. Nathan Broadhead, Liam, not going to be about for potentially until next weekend. They're going to be missing Plymouth and Bristol City.
Yeah, I feel we've got a good depth in the squad at the minute. And obviously, we talked about starters and finishes earlier. Obviously, that element suffers slightly. But I'm not overly concerned. Obviously, it's unfortunate that Broadie's hit a rich vein of form and Wes is, well, equally, they're both, firing on all cylinders. Now we've got 3 Welshies in the side, but I think it's okay. We've got the depth. We've got every player who's more than capable and bought into the way we play. So, yeah, not ideal, but rest up, lads. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, hopefully. And yeah, Chaplin is another one. It could be, as I said, a late fitness test. Yeah, Bono, it's good that we've got that squad depth now, but when these sort of injuries start getting up and up, you're like, oh, maybe our squad depth isn't as strong as it could be. But yeah, disappointing. Andy Cracker's gone Harness and Hutchison to replace Broadhead and Burns, which are not bad replacements. Hutchison, player of the month. Harness has done really well when he's come on and when he started games as well.
Yeah, I mean, McKenna made a really good and interesting point in the press conference today that he said, look, we've got players that are fit, ready, and mentally prepared for how we play. So, yeah, not all injuries are physical, clearly. And, yeah, obviously there's a doubt on Chaplin. I think he's only trained, half a day this week or something like that. You've got Burns, you've got Broadhead, who's not available. But, yeah, you got the likes of Clutchinson, Harness, Sarmiento. Little known fact: Ali Al Hamadi. I nearly did a you, Ross. Ali Al Hamadi can play wide as well. And don't forget Caden Jackson. He's still there. He can do a job.
Jack Taylor. I think I've seen there's been an update on Jack Taylor. He's been back training, could potentially travel to Plymouth, so that could be another option as well on the bench. Yeah,
I think we've got this, but Plymouth, it sounds a bit arrogant to say Plymouth always raise their game against us. The last couple of years we've had some good battles with them. They're a good side, especially against us. No doubt, Shawnee, yeah, Luca could do a job. Definitely. I see he's been around the foundation this week, making himself useful, which is good. But he's a lovely fella. I asked him how to pronounce his name when I met him. Very nice guy. And I think we're going to be all right. We can't, like Liam said, we've got a squad of 25 players, haven't we? So
it'll be a fine. I saw a video doing the rounds of Morgan Whittaker absolutely blashing in goals from the edge of the box. That I feel like Plymouth always score absolute worldies against us, or goals that appear like worldies and then are slight deflections. But fortunes have to change at some point. So yeah, we've got the right players to do a job.
Yeah, bring it on. If you go into the game later, enjoy safe travels. If not, follow coverage with us as always. But yeah, we're getting to nearly the hour of this podcast now. I want to give a shout out to David, who has been getting in the chat throughout the pod, and he said he came over from Ireland last Saturday for the Birmingham game. So I hope you enjoyed that all the way from Ireland. Which part of Ireland? Let us know, David, as we end the show. But any other business from you two? Liam, solid debut, my friend. That was your one word for February, and I think that was a solid debut. Any other business from you? Anything you want to mention?
I think I was just manifesting what I wanted to give, what I wanted to bring to this Leap Day pod. Nothing special. It's been lovely. Thanks for having me, chaps. Great company as always, and everyone in the chat as well. So maybe we'll do it before the next Leap Day.
Yeah, no, I'm sure we'll get you on. 4 years is a long time, but no, I'll get you on, my friend. Do not worry. David said Dublin. I love Dublin.
Nice, lovely.
Beautiful city. And Liam, by the way, you're looking very good in your hoodie, the green. How do you explain that? What's the word? Luminous? I don't know.
Luminous. Neon.
It's like fluo, isn't it?
Yeah.
The old travel wear. Yeah. Man, I was waiting for so long for this to come into the store. Kept tweeting the club shop, being like, "When are you going to have these hoodies? I need one."
I must have one.
Yeah, I simply must.
I like it.
Yeah, thanks, sir. I don't look as good as the players, but it was like in the summer when it's just Wes Burns getting in his shorts and just having a great time, headphones on. I was like, I need that look. Also, I'm wearing shorts and headphones. Not in view.
I like it. Love that, my friend. David, again, enjoyed very much. And Warwick Long, who is a long time listener. I think he's become an adapted Town fan. I remember he wasn't really into Ipswich Town. I think he just stumbled upon Kings of Anglia, and he's actually watching from Australia. So shout out to you, my friend. David also said it was my third time over it in a year, so that's great. Good to see. Bono,
yes. Can I give a shout out to Daryl from Jacksonville, Florida, who the King of the North, the venerated John Watson and Ben Diath, we got talking to him in the beer garden, Le Beer Jardin of the Greyhound on Saturday. And he's a season ticket holder and he's been to 10 games already. 10 games? He lives in bloody Florida, man.
Yeah.
I've barely got to 10 and I live 10 miles away from the bloody place. I keep saying bloody. Very sorry about that, guys. Just shout out.
Well, to be fair, we've got our listeners are worldwide. So, shout out to everyone who's listening from abroad. I know we've got a few KOA Posse members. We've got James all the way from New York. Always good. New
York. So good they named it twice. Yeah. Whereabouts in Australia is Warwick?
Yeah, let us know, Warwick, as we wrap up the show. Maddie's also gone. Great show as always, lads. So shout out to you, Maddie. Keep up. Her game too was a very success for Birmingham. Also, the women's team are playing in Plymouth on Sunday as well. So I'm going to be staying there for the whole weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Staying there, going on the Friday, coming home on the Sunday, covering both games. It should be a good time in Devon. I'm going to go down and explore. I'm going to go to that lighthouse thing. It's probably a proper name for it, but I don't know what's called.
Are you getting the train?
Yeah, get the train. Get the train down on Friday. Yeah.
Where does that go out? Paddington?
Yeah, Paddington. So hopefully all good.
Pack your swimmers. There's a good Lido down there.
Yeah.
Shepperton, which is north of Melbourne. Excellent. I have family in Australia, and they like Aussie rules. And I have got, it's upstairs. I won't go get it. They've given me an Essendon Bombers scarf, which is black and red, and their club badge is literally a bomber jet, which I just think is really cool. I don't think it'll work anywhere else. but it works for Aussie rules, which is really good. The women's Aussie rules as well is like thunderous. So yeah, there you go. Whoever thought we'd be talking about Aussie rules? I wonder what Mark Heath and Stuart Watson think about Aussie rules football. I like it when they like hit the ball with their hand like that.
Yeah.
And their short shorts and their mullets.
Callie's basically gone, Australia scares the shit out of me.
Big spiders. Big spiders.
Big snakes. That's actually, they can kill you, can't they? They can kill you. So anything that can kill you, that can just bite you and you're dead. So it's like...
The people can as well.
There was a great photo on Chapper's Instagram, I think, for his birthday, and it was one where it's like, it's like Wes looking terrified under this massive spider on the ball, and Mass looking as cool as you like because he's used to the massive beasties from down under. He's like, yeah, no worries.
Somebody's watching from Nashville.
Love that.
Oh my!
Graham Hodges, big shout out to you, Graham, as we wrap up the show. It's great to, as I said, it's great to hear from all our listeners worldwide.
What's the weirdest place somebody's watching from? I want somebody like...
We have got stats, and there is some random ones. I think there was one...
They must be VPN stats, though. I'm not being funny.
I don't know. I said people are going... Maybe that's where they're on holiday or something like that. But get in contact at Kings of Anglia on all the socials.
Shout out to Vlad in Siberia.
I'm just having a little look quickly now from the recent pods. Malaysia, Singapore, Kenya. Got 7 from Kenya, apparently. 6 from Qatar. Cape Verde, 5 in Cape Verde. St. Lucia, 4. Bulgaria, 3.
That's got to be JD's relatives.
Maybe, yeah, potentially.
Yeah.
Lithuania, 1. Panama. Got 1 from Panama. Macedonia.
Nice. Huge global
name.
footprint.
Absolutely. Ross, who was the Ipswich Town player from Macedonia?
Vlice Shimolakowski. Is that close? Is that close enough?
Mate, that's an awesome try.
It's fine. And we've got a big listener from Needham Market, and that is Andy Crackers Cracknell. So big shout out to you, Andy.
Needham Market High Street. Yeah.
Eric Clacton. I don't know.
Eric Clacton from Clacton.
Strong name.
I love that. Of course, Callie is listening from Coventry. Big shout out to Callie from Coventry. But yeah, we've got a bit of a tangent here to end the pod, but it's been great.
It's my fault. Sorry. My fault.
I like it. But no, get in contact, Kings of Anglia. Let us know where you're listening from as a live podcast, as an audio podcast. Let us know. But yeah, Liam, Bono, thanks so much for joining me. Thanks everyone for tuning in as well. It's been one hell of a show once again. Really enjoyed it. As I said, next week we'll be back on a Thursday. It is a Thursday. And then we're going to be switching to a Friday. As I said at the start of the podcast, I was going to move to a Friday, but then I realised I'm going to Plymouth on a Friday, then Cardiff on a Friday, back-to-back weeks. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed. As always, support our sponsors, Manscaped. Use the code KOA to get 20% off and free delivery. Follow us on all socials, on Kings of Anglia, on Twitter, on the Instagram, on the YouTubes, on the Facebook, and also on TikTok. And we've got some, if you're watching on video, you can see this. On audio, we've got Octopus and we've got Christian Walken in a town shirt, which is a perfect way to end the podcast. Thanks again for listening, and we're back next time for Kings of Anglia Fan Social. Bye-bye for now. Let's end the stream.